Well, welcome back. I guess it's what David would say. What, another week, another show? I don't know. Same show. Same show. Yeah. We're in
Another episode.
episode. Yeah, we're in episode 9 of The Crowded Room.
Mhm.
What is the name of that, David?
It was called Family.
Oh, yes.
I
And
think they were sarcastic.
definitely sarcastic. So, David, any key points about this show that you want to discuss?
uh, well, for once, actually, Tom Holland just took a back seat to that episode. We actually, it wasn't really the focus on it. It was more the focus on the the lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
Raya, and Candy, the mother. That was pretty much the three people that was the focus of this episode, and it was nice. It was really, really fun. I'm uh, I'm all for court drama. I love court drama shows. So this was perfect for me, and I wish it could have been much more. Um,
Same.
it was just really, really good, and a really good talk about mental illness as well, which is actually that the fat society fail a lot of people's mental illness, which is actually a message that can resonate today still, because it was in the 75 in that show, I think, and 2023, we see it still the same, so nothing has changed, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, nothing has changed. And the scene with the psychiatrist and Candy definitely was a very good scene. The chemistry was there. Both these actresses. I love. I'm definitely missing Emily Rossum on my TV every week in Shameless. So I'm so glad to see her back in something where she gets to be emotional again because she does that really well.
Mm,
So seeing her in this scene, I was really feeling bad for her.
mm.
I was really empathetic with her. What did you feel about it?
I did. I feel like this idea of actually who's to blame. Actually, the fact is, people who are victim of abuse actually blame themselves for actually the abuse. And it was very interesting to actually have this idea of the perpetrator, the predator and the prey, and the fact actually the predator would actually see something to people they can use that other people might not see. That was a very interesting actually conversation, and also pretty much showed the vulnerability of the mother, because it's I think the mother for the first time felt understood, because she actually had to be so strong with herself for so many years, and suddenly she just broke down. You could see she broke down, and she actually showed this emotion that we rarely see at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, and that scene, and also we can talk about some of the witnesses who testified because they're all basically saying like, "Hey, uh, yeah, we're aware of Danny, but sometimes he seems to turn into these people we have no idea who they are." So-
Mm. We seen by Jerome, which is again brilliant performance. We saw it. We seen it in 3 episodes. It was a brilliant performance when we really felt the love he had for Ariana. Uh, and I felt sorry for him, because that prosecutor, she was really tough.
yeah, she
She
was.
was really, really tough. We have to remember it's 75, so already being out of the closet homosexual must have been hard, but being black as well in a cold
Mhm.
case actually would have been all over the news. Damn.
I know she was definitely.
I know. And she done the same with Arya, actually, with the psychiatrist as well. The way she was talking to Arya was just like, oof.
Yeah, then she brings their whole sexual relationship out, and then she's just like, "Oh, never mind," you know.
Hmm. Which is something we see quite a lot in a lot of cultural drama. But it
Yeah,
was
I
really well
know.
done.
And they're just like, just forget she said that. I was like, okay, how are they going to forget she said?
It was very well done. Overall, I found the reconstitution was amazing. The I would say I think they could have actually done the entire 10 episode on actually that quote scene,
Mhm.
because it was fascinating. The way of talking about mental illness, about actually how people actually are failed by society, and about what is real, what is not. And actually, it was really, really good. And in some way, would have been nice to actually have much more episode with a court case like this in the court because we're not going to see it much because to next week is the last episode. So,
Oh, yeah,
mm,
unfortunately.
I know this is sad. This is weird for me to say that because at first episode, I
Yeah, at
was
first
not
you weren't feeling
convinced.
it. You were just
No,
like, meh.
it was the first episode was slow, but you really started to get into it, and I found it even Tom Holland acting actually got better as it went through the show. I
Mm-hmm.
must admit, and even there, he was not acting that much, but really feel the pain, especially when the mother does that thing.
Oh yes. Oh,
Oof.
that pissed me off so much.
Yeah, but me too. But he's 75. He's 1975.
Yeah,
If
I know,
she's
but still, like Tom Holland definitely did a good job of sitting there, making you like be on his side. You're like, oh, his
mm,
mother's finally gonna, come to the rescue because she's failed him time and time again, and here's another time where she just fails him in a way, kind of.
it is.
But the whole scene of reason, I guess the reason why she decided to do that is also important because we can see the manipulator still has a very strong grasp
Mm.
on her. Like he knows her weaknesses.
It was actually, I don't know if you realize with the clothes, there's something, I don't know if it was meant to be, but we see her start actually to be the housewife. Then
Hmm.
she decide to leave him to actually testify. So you see her actually kind of liberating herself to actually this thing of being the housewife. And at
Hmm.
the end, she going back to this housewife kind of clothes,
Yeah.
giving the food. And it was actually, when you think about it, 1975, I guess, being a divorced woman could have been tough already. She was in a situation she could have lost everything because, sorry, but women in the 70s were not really treated proper.
Well, yeah. I
Proper?
mean, I don't even think, at least in the United States, women couldn't even get a credit card without their husband's consent up
Exactly.
until like I think maybe 73. It could have been 75, but yeah, somewhere up in there.
So for me, I was really annoyed by what she done. But at the same time, what she said, are you saying what you're asking me to do? When she said that to the lawyer, what you're asking me, she basically had to give up everything. And
Hmm.
that actually, would she actually, because she seems tired, she seems really actually like she love a song, definitely, but giving up everything, find herself having to start again life at what, 40, in her 40s? Maybe she didn't want to do it because, well, ageism is still there.
Hmm. Yeah.
But overall, it was a great episode, and I don't know. Let's be honest, I don't know how they're gonna actually manage to find him not guilty because so far everything just showed that
He's
he's
guilty.
the culprit, is guilty. So there might be a top plot twist somewhere. I don't know.
There's always a plot twist.
Hmm.
Always.
So Candy, great actress. Don't know what I've never seen her much, so I don't know much what she's done before.
Yeah,
But
Emily is Emily Rossum. Those of us over in the States, we do know her as Fiona on Shameless, who was basically the person that hold the emotional glue of the family together for 10 seasons. So I'm sorry, we love us some Fiona and Emily Rossum when she decided to leave Shameless. I think in season 9, you can definitely tell she was the emotional,
Mm,
presence in the show. So, yeah, seeing her now in this new show, kind of, oh, she does emotion so good. So,
I agree.
yeah.
So let's basically be agreeing that that show got amazing actors in secondary
Hmm.
roles. Is actually, I think it's one of the shows when I've seen the most constant quality in a secondary role. Like we've been doing stuff about From and actually some of the terrible secondary characters acting. This one, there was none of them actually failed. None
Hmm.
of them. Everyone was spot on. From actually the stepdad. Oh gosh, the stepdad so slimy, so oh you just want to slap him. It's just like the worst is when you think he's actually working with the police and actually
Hmm.
he's dealing with kids as well, and you just like damn.
Yeah,
And
there's a.
everyone was spot on. Everyone is actually insane for me because usually you will always have some secondary character who would actually would fail on the acting part, but this one is perfect.
Oh, for me, the episode was definitely. I don't think I've been through that much of an emotional roller coaster
Mm.
on that show so far than with this one because I was really uh Emily Rosen really did a good job of putting us on her journey to see what she had and what she was going to lose and everything up
Mm.
until this. And then, even though you still know that when she does that to her son, you feel a sense of betrayal. You know.
Especially when she leave the courtroom, she didn't even look at her son because we know if she looked at her son, everything would be broken. She just
Mm-hmm.
moved past him without looking at him. But for me, it was maybe with the episode in the barn
Mm-hmm.
when we saw the altars. Yeah, I think this one was actually one of my favorite episodes of the show so far. But so far, it's going to be one episode left. So yeah.
Yeah. No, I guess so. With that being said, David, do you want to do the outro?
Well, it's going to be a last episode next week. It's going to be, I guess, a roller coaster of emotion because so far we are down in the dump. And well, let's hope that everything going to work out fine. Well, I guess it's going to work out fine because we know the ending in real life. So I guess so. But yeah, it will be also the end of our journey on the crowded room. So it's going to be something else we need to look for. That's a big question. We actually had to decide what we're going to be watching next. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm looking forward for the finale next week.
Oh, me too. I guess I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, see you next week.